Notts County Talk, player ratings. It's going to be a positive player ratings because I can't pick out one player that's had, even a half decent performance today. Everyone was really good. We've just beat Aldershot 2-0 at home. Like I've just said, everyone outstanding. Subs great, clean sheet, superb.
3 clean sheets in a row. 3 wins in a row. 2 of the games, Solihull. Well, all 3 teams haven't had a sniff. Genuinely haven't had a sniff.
Yeah. We checked the possession, didn't we? About 70th minute. I think we're on 75% possession.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably dropped to about 70, but that's still
ridiculous.
Dominant.
And I think it shows. I think they had a couple of chances, didn't they? But nothing like even in the first half where it was a little bit flatter than the second half. We were the better team. Had the better chances.
I don't know if you'll ever get a game in this league where a side doesn't have a couple of chances against you.
Yeah, without a doubt. But we will get on anyway. Slocum, I said this to you. I thought he played really well today. Made a couple of good saves. One really good save in the first half. His distribution was really good. He did a long ball out in the first half, and we nearly scored from it. I'm going to have to give him an 8. I really thought he was superb.
There was one point where battling with a tractor there. There's one point where he starts. He brings it out, and Aldershot see that as a chance to press. They all push forward, and we sort of break through the lines. They leave 4 or 5 men up. Williams goes absolutely mad at Slocum, but in a good way. Positive praise. Yeah. Absolutely screaming at him how well it's done, and it almost caused the goal. I think he was really good. Like I said, save first half. I don't know. I can't tell whether he pushed it onto the post or it hit the post and came back off him. I'd say I'm going to go 8.5. I think he's grown into his role so well, and that can't be underestimated. 3 clean sheets, and he's obviously got the clean sheets. Yeah,
no, I agree, and I'm delighted for him because he stayed professional. Because he could have got a little bit stroppy last season when it wasn't going his way, and he probably wasn't getting as many starts as he wanted. But he's still here. He's fought for his position, and it's paying off. Yeah. We'll move on then. We'll go Brindley. I'm going to go straight in and say 8.5 for Brindley. I thought he was superb. There was a chance that Effiong had in the first half where he had no right really to get the right side of him and take the ball off him, and he did.
Yeah. The very short spell that Aldershot had, I think a large percentage of the reason they didn't score was Brindley. Yeah. Really good. I agree with you.
8.5.
Yeah.
We'll move across then. Cameron.
Should have had a penalty. I know it's irrelevant now. He can just smash it in from sort of 8 yards out, goes down, clutching his face. Why would you do that? There's no reason to do that. And then you can see that the refs had to come over, and he's clearly bleeding. A nosebleed, I don't know. What do you think as a ref in that situation? Because you can't go back on your word, but there's clearly a player that's gone down holding their face that now has blood on their face. It's a foul.
Yeah.
Irrelevant now. We've got the win, but could have made for a bit of an easier game because it was quite early on, wasn't it?
It was.
But solid 8 and 8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to say 8 as well. I think there was a few times in the second half when we sort of had them penned in where the ball's come out and he's got players running at him and he's controlled the ball really well, and it can be hard to do that under pressure. So yeah, 8 is fair. Right, Bajrami.
9.
9 straight in. I says to Jordan, death, taxes and Bajrami to start and get man of the match. He didn't get man of the match in the last game, but he should have.
Someone said the other day, didn't they, on our paper's perspective, why don't you do the man of the match vote anymore, or whatever it was? And I said, we don't need to, because Bajrami will get it.
Yeah, you got it smack on. I'm going to say 9. Absolutely superb.
Let's not forget, it's not a massive thing, but he's gone from playing midfield for us to centre back.
Yeah.
He was
effortless,
outstanding. I don't know their number 7. Their number 7 was lightning quick, like Aaron the man pace, and maybe a little bit more. And Bajrami made it effortless to win the ball every time. They left Bajrami one-on-one with him pretty much, and he was so good. What a player! I think wasn't he free? I think he was free. And if I'm right in saying he was free, what an unbelievable piece of business.
Bajrami?
Yeah.
Was it?
I think it was a sort of a contract thing. Okay. I'm fairly sure, but wow. I don't know what to say about him because he's exactly what we need at centre back, centre mid. I think wherever up front.
Yeah, in goal, put him in goal.
The assist is outstanding.
Yeah, the assist is a joke. I said this to Jordan in the video that I've literally just done with him. A centre back in this league will not get an assist like that again.
We couldn't break Aldershot down, and he's done it.
Yeah,
like he's taken on half the team.
I reckon 9. 9. That's Jim again. He's at us every week. Where were we? Bajrami, yeah, superb. We'll have to move on.
Let's go around the man.
Mr.
50 crosses.
I'm saying of the 50 crosses that we probably put in tonight, 48 were him.
I'd say 51 were him. And I'm not the best at maths, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm saying miss the 50 crosses.
Yeah.
Like, don't give him that much room. What are they doing? Is it not? Can they not see that? And as the game went on, the crosses got better and more dangerous. And I had this lad near me, Jordan, a lovely lad he is, kept saying, put the ball on the floor. Look what happened when we put the ball on the floor. Goal. And he's there behind the camera nodding.
You got to be true as well. It's not very often he gets it right.
It's not very often he gets it right. It really isn't. But, you know, he's behind the camera chucking his arms about now.
Yeah.
But honestly,
booting the wall.
Honestly, Aaron the man, that's his position now. He's not now filling in. That's his position, done and dusted.
It's crazy as well, because I remember at the start of the season thinking, where does the man come into this team? And like a few games later, he's cemented his position. It's crazy.
I'm gonna say 8.
I'm gonna say 8. Absolutely brilliant. Chickson.
Has he not scored again?
Has he not scored again?
I think there was I think there was a deflection in there.
Yeah, I think there was too. But fantastic. I think he was a bit hesitant today, I thought.
Yeah, but even when he didn't play it, every single pass that he chose was the correct one. It never ever,
can't recall him losing the ball.
No. And when he took his man on, everyone was buzzing. So
Yeah.
he can take players on at the same time. Like, for me, I don't see any problem in his performance. Yes, he's very good at crossing when he does, but he also made the right decision and played it back off to Ruben, who worked well with him, or Kyle Cameron. So 8 again.
Yeah, I'm going to go 8 as well. Good performance.
You just copy me.
You're copying me.
Matty Palmer. I'm sick of saying the same things about Matty Palmer.
I am as well.
I mean,
at least Baz Rami's going to put up a fight for player of the season.
He is, because Matty Palmer, he just... Yeah. If you sit in like Aldershot did and pitch your tents in the 6-yard box, Matty Palmer's going to have a field day.
Yeah. You know what, today as well, he nicked the ball off him 2 or 3 times, where I'm just thinking, how's he done that? Do you know, he's just so quick in that moment, and it really is a talent. So
the whole team's press was relentless.
Yeah.
Palmer, 8.5.
Everyone's just on the same page with him, aren't they? It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. I'm not gonna copy it this time. We'll go
Jim.
We'll go Jim. I just said I was gonna give him a 9, but I'm just felt a bit under pressure. I'm gonna give him an 8.
I thought he was really good.
I'm not. I'm gonna give him an 8.5. I thought he was absolutely brilliant today. I think that's probably his best performance in a not shirt.
I go 8.5. I won't go his best performance in a not shirt. I thought it was outstanding though. I mean, him.
You don't think that was his best performance in a not shirt?
No.
What was his best performance in a not shirt?
I can't recall off the top of my head, but he's had better than that.
Nah, he was immense tonight. He really was immense. I mean,
I'm saying he was brilliant. I'm just saying he's had even better than that.
He could have reined it in, I think, with the long shots. He'd done 3 or 4 long shots where, after 2 you're thinking, just pass it off to someone else. And
it wouldn't be a Jim performance without that tackle at the end.
Reckless. He needed to get a yellow card. It was going too well.
That just topped the game. I thought it was really good. I thought his energy, his passing was spot on. I don't really recall us actually misplacing as a whole team many passes. And when you're in the midfield, him and Palmer, if they're not misplacing passes, your whole team's pretty much spot on. Always available, always running. Them 2 midfield, spot on 8.5.
We will go on to Ruben.
Again, Ruben. It's just Ruben. I mean, I don't think he's going to get as many this season, but I think the way Luke Williams is having Ruben playing, I think it's we're looking at his more creative side.
Yeah,
and
I'd agree with that.
The pass, I can't describe the type of passes I mean is when someone lays it back off to him and he plays it in between 2 defenders. Almost came off today for Matty Palmer.
Yeah,
Ruben. I think he just, even if he has a bad game, he draws that many players towards him.
Yeah,
8.
Yeah. I'm going to go 8 as well. This is getting embarrassing now. We're pretty much on the same scores. We'll start with the first goal scorer then, Scott. I don't really think he was in the game that much today. It's obviously difficult because they're sitting off, and the only balls that are really getting to him are ones being crossed in. Hasn't really gotten to the end of any of them. But, he's been in the right place at the right time, got a goal. You could see it meant a lot to him. Gonna have to give him an 8. I think.
I'm gonna say, if a couple of the balls fall, like the first half was like pinball in the box. If they fall better, then he's got a couple of tap-ins and he's the right place at the right time. You turned to me and said we wouldn't score those goals last season. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 8.
You're joking. Langstaff, another one.
I know what I'm giving Langston.
Another one where, you know, he's started, he's on the pitch, he's going to score, isn't he, at this point? We're 8 games in, 10 goals, it's beyond a joke now. It's beyond a joke.
Paul Mullet's only on 7.
Paul who?
Paul Mullet's only on 7.
Never heard of him.
Running joke if you watch the channel.
Never heard of him. Yeah, just fantastic player, isn't he? He's got so much energy. I just feel like we say the same things pretty much every game when we talk about him, so I'm just going to go and say 8.5.
Can I pull a word out?
Pull a word out.
Inevitable.
Inevitable. What a big word.
I've got to use my thesaurus for that.
Good
Inevitable. And it's a great finish as well. It's the movement is so good, and I don't know. I feel like almost 8s are better than 10s, because if you're putting in a 10 out of 10 performance, it suggests you don't do it that often. Like if it was a one-off, you're giving a 10, but it's now becoming a regular occurrence. And I feel like 8s. If the whole team are getting 8s, it's very good.
Yeah, we keep me count. We're like around the 8 mark.
You're in a great position.
Yeah.
Subs then. Can I go Rawlinson first? Because
Rawlinson first.
He's barely played. What? He's barely played, and I don't know if you can tell, George is quite happy with one. He's barely played, and he came in not 1 foot wrong. And like Tom said in the fan chat with him, it was like Brindley was still on the pitch. Every pass was perfect. Won every single header. Yeah. You'll know I was a nervous wreck. I was thinking, please don't lose the clean sheet, but we didn't look like it at all. No. So Rawlinson for me, 8. 8.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Stepped up. You know, he's not match sharp either, is he? You got to remember that. So I'm going to give him a 7.
That's just
the lights come on. You can still see us. This is good. This is why we've got Jordan behind the camera. Yeah, 7 for Rawlinson. Move on to Mitchell.
7.
7?
I think. I don't know. I know I've said that he needs to stop taking as many shots. There's a couple of opportunities where he's just taking the wrong option. But again, he's physical up front. He's come on and done his job exactly. Nothing stand out, but a 7.
I'm going to say 6. Like I say, nothing really stand out. Come on, done what he's needed to do, I think, and that is what, at the end of the day, is important. Last sub then, the new man, Castro. I thought he looked really exciting. You know, he's probably not even been in the club 24 hours, has he? To our knowledge, anyway.
Just over, isn't it?
Well, yeah, just over, yeah. Just over.
Just over. Yeah. You do know it's 10 at night.
It's 10 o'clock at night. Lights are off. It's pitch black. No, he looks really exciting.
7.5 for me.
7.5. Yeah, no, I'm going to give him a 7. I think he looked really good. It'd be good to see him get a start. Doesn't look afraid to try something, does he?
No.
So it's always good to have players like that, I think.
Yeah. And I know, but I want to give Luke Williams tactically. I've got to give him a 10 because the last 3 games have been superb, and long may it continue. If we can carry this on into Dorking away, take it into an away game now, I'll be very impressed.
That is that then. That is player ratings wrapped up. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video, comment on what you thought of the game, and subscribe to the channel.